I have said it before and I will say it again. Let me use my Chang voice. The Elektron analog rhythm is the most powerful drum machine in the world. So you might think that I don't like Elektron by my last video where I was talking about how I really want to see a flagship device. I still want to see a flagship device. And I wasn't crazy about their latest release, the new Digitag, Digitone, and Syntact in silver for $1,000. But this free update, because you know, people want to charge for updates now, 1.70. So we've come a long way. There are a few things here definitely worth a mention. So we have new machines. The analog rhythm is not just a sampler. I wish that they would make an analog rhythm mini, kind of like in the size of a Digitag, but maybe more on that later. So we have the HH Lab, SY chip, BD and SD acoustic, and SY raw. The HH Lab is a metallic voice. The SI chip is a celebration of the SID station, okay? What? Hold on a second. Did they just give us a tiny SID station inside of the rhythm? Oh my god. BD and SD acoustic, an acoustic snare and bass drum. Interested to see what those sound like. The kick on the analog rhythm was already really good, so I'm excited to check out the new one. And SY raw, which is going to be super useful for the melodic side of things. And let's talk about that because analog rhythm is finally giving us scales. Yes, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's here. I didn't think this day would come. I have been asking for scales forever. Everything else has scales, so this is gonna make it so much easier to create like full tracks, which is like my biggest gripe with the Elektron stuff. Yes, this is first a drum machine, a drum computer, but I have made full tracks. The song that you're listening to right now in the background was made completely on the analog rhythm MK2. But not only can we mangle all our samples, now we have more internal sounds, so that is definitely a welcome addition. But not only do we have voices, there are a lot more things in this update. Page loop. The newly added page loop lets you work continuously with a specific sequence or page. Easily replay the page and take your time to get the sound just right. So I'm wondering if this is kind of like a performance page, because at the end it says or go nuts in a live setting. I'm wondering how the page loop is gonna work. They also added a whole new sequencer, which is like a whole new thing for Elektron because we've always had the same sequencer. It's gonna be a Euclidean sequencer, so look that up if you don't know what that is. Slew option for LFO's random waveform, customizable record length for sequencer in sampler, advanced parameter lock preview, random parameter name generator. Wow, okay. That little thing right there, random names, that is such a huge one. There are a few pieces of gear that do this, but that just saves you so much time. Jank actually requested this years ago. GUI improvements, more cooler looking stuff on the screen, that's always welcoming. Performance improvements, that is always welcoming. And plenty more. What is the plenty more? There's a new LED boot sequence, okay? Implemented minor improvements of the LED color scheme to better harmonize between different devices of the product line. So they made it look closer to other devices. I didn't know there was a difference in screen brightness and stuff like that. Bug fixes, that is always welcoming. So a lot going on with this new update. I love updates like this where it's like, wow, out of nowhere and you gave us all these things for free. Thank you so much, Elektron. This is definitely welcoming. I wonder if they're planning a big update like this one for the A4MK2, because what we really need there is like a full drum machine. I would like to have one of the tracks just be like completely a full-blown drum machine without having to go through like extra things. So having maybe like set drum voices on the A4MK2, I think that would be a very welcoming upgrade. I don't think it's possible to have like synth voices on the Digitag, but you never know. I don't know what kind of technology is in there, if it's possible to maybe add a synth voice to the Digitag through software. It should, because actually now that I think about it, the analog rhythm MK2 when it came out didn't have that synth voice, so maybe they can bring that synth voice to the Digitag. Or how about an analog rhythm MK3 the size of a Digitag, but with the pads and the scenes? Now am I just asking too much? I wish Elektron would like hire me, but I talk too much smack and you know, it is what it is, but I know I would like kill it over there. That's it guys, stay fly, catch you in the next one.